I'm pleased to be joined today on Health Beat by Kayla Daniels, a physician's assistant with Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics in Norfolk. And today we're going to talk about influenza. And Kayla, that always means flu shots. So tell us a little bit about flu shots and when and why we should get them.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me speak today, Rob. Flu shots in kids, they're recommended 6 months and older. Kind of something that's a little bit different with kids also is if they didn't have 2 flu shots the year prior, or if they've only had one up until July 1st of that year, then they need those 2 flu shots. Typically, they're spaced out 4 weeks apart between flu shot 1 and flu shot 2. Another thing to keep in mind with flu shots is if you get the shot, doesn't mean you're automatically covered with the flu. It does take about 2 weeks for it to meet its maximum potential. So it's important to remember that during that time, you're still going back to the basics, washing those hands. Make sure you're singing Yankee Doodle while you're washing those hands to get the appropriate time, coughing into your elbow. And then if you're not feeling very well, making sure that you're staying home. I think as parents, a lot of times we have to have other obligations we get to, so it's so important that if your child's not feeling very well that you stay at home until they're at least fever-free for 24 hours.
So the way that shot is administered, is it the same for children as it is for adults, basically?
Yeah, it is. Yep, it is intramuscularly. Kids, we give it a little bit different sites. Those babies, we give it into their thigh. The older kiddos, we give it into the arm, just like you would get yours done as well. Very similar.
I see. And the reaction to the shot varies from person to person, I know.
It does. With anything that we do, there's always a chance of reaction. More commonly, it's a little bit of inflammation around where you got the shot. Sometimes they'll run a little bit of a low-grade fever. Kiddos seem to tolerate it just fine. They'll kind of squawk for a minute or two after they get the shot, but after that, they do very well.
I know some adults that maybe don't tolerate it as well as some of the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Tends to happen that way.
It sometimes.
Well, thanks so much for being here and having our viewers get that information from you. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
You bet. To learn more about clinic locations, specialties, and providers, visit frpsclinics.org.